This is the Sunday Interview, your celebrity profile program that brings you closer to the real stories of your favorite people told straight from their hearts. I'm Joke Lijadu. Political office holders are best known as politicians, but not many people know that our guest today is an engineer by profession. Born in the village of Kwankwaso in Madobi local government area of Kano State, 4 years just before the Union Jack was lowered, he successfully led the Student Association during his days and joined partisan politics in the aborted Third Republic, where he contested elections to the Federal House of Representatives, eventually becoming Deputy Speaker. Well, while leaving you to meditate over who our guest on today's show is, I will unveil him after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Our guest today sits at the helms of affairs of the Commercial Nerve Center of the Northern Region. He is Alhaji Rabiu Kwankwaso, the Executive Governor of Kano State. You're welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
It really is indeed a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to start like this. Away from, what everybody says and what everybody knows you to be, who is Alhaji Rabiu Kwankwaso?
Well, thank you very much. My name is Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. From Madobi local government. I was a civil servant in Kano for 17 years before I left service in 1991. In 1991, I joined politics and I was elected member of the House of Reps in 1992 and subsequently Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps. Thus, during the SDP NRC days, of course, during the aborted Third Republic. When the military came in 1994-95, I was an elected delegate to the Constitutional Conference. And also in 1999, I was elected governor of Kano State, and I left my office in 2003. In 2003, I was nominated, or I was appointed the Minister of Defense of this great country. And thereafter, I was appointed advisor to President Darfur and Somalia. During the Shehu Musa Radua, I was nominated as an ambassador. Unfortunately, I declined to accept that nomination. And later, I was appointed board member of the NDDC. And of course, in 2011, I contested and won election again, the second time as a governor of Kano State, the job I'm doing currently up to this moment.
All right, sir. So such a huge portfolio. Many people would describe you as an astute politician. Some may even say maybe you're a die-hard politician. Now, would you say these adjectives, describe you effectively in any way?
I would prefer somebody to say I am a very competent person. I have never been found wanting as a civil servant and as a politician in all the positions that I held, either elected or appointed. And I'm very happy that I was given those opportunities, and I made the best use of it, of all the opportunities that I had, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that we work together with Democrats across the country to deepen the democracy itself and do whatever we can to make Nigeria a better place for all of us.
Now, if I have my facts correctly, you started out as an engineer, as a trained engineer. You are a trained engineer.
Oh yes, I worked in water resources and the engineering construction agency in Kano. I started as an artisan, then craftsman, technician, and then engineer. I left service as principal engineer in Kano State Civil Service. And I'm so happy that I have gone through that experience, and that experience has been very useful to me in all the positions I found myself in politics. And I'm sure they will continue to support me. It makes me to be very committed, very determined. It makes me to work hard, and I think these are some pillars that when put them together will ensure success, and that is why, by the grace of God, we are succeeding, because from 1992 to date, I contested 12 elections, both primary and secondary elections. I won 11 and lost one. That's the one I lost as governor in 2003. And I'm very happy that I have gone through this system, because in politics or in life, if you are a politician and you never contested election, you can hardly be
test
called,
your popularity.
Yes, and you even need to lose, because you see, you need to manage. You have to know how to manage failure, and also it's important. You need to know how to manage success, and that's, by the grace of God, we are being able to do it over the last 2 decades or so.
Now, I was going to ask you that, as a trained engineer, where did the love for politics, where did it come from, and how did it begin?
Well, right from my primary school days, I was a monitor in my classroom, in my class, and I think that's where it started. When I was in technical school, I was junior prefect, senior prefect, and then deputy head student in technical school in Kano. When I was in Kaduna Polytechnic, I was the president of Students' Union. When I was in Loughborough University of Science and Technology, I was the chairman of postgraduate students, a position that gave me an opportunity to be a member of the Senate of the university. And at that time, I was the first and only African who had an opportunity to hold that position in that university.
That's great.
So we have done a lot of politicking as a student,
growing up,
and of course we have done a lot of politicking as civil servant. And when I left service, I found it very easy.
There was no other way to go.
That even in my hometown, we had so many associations which I was participating, and that really gave me an insight on how to manage people, on how to succeed, especially when it comes to the election itself and executing the goals or the job that one is elected to do.
All right, now, away from political gatherings and campaign rallies, how do you relax?
Well, you see, I believe that whatever you are doing as your job, and of course, anytime you decide to do another thing, to me, it is an opportunity for you to rest. If you are a footballer, if you are practicing, or if you are playing a game, you are doing your job. But if you are not a footballer, if you are a civil servant or a politician like me, if you go for a football or any other game, of course, it will relax you. You feel happy that you are doing something different from what is really your main job. So I do a lot of things. I do play some games.
Do you play football by any chance?
I used to, but now I am more of lighter things like badminton, tennis, and so on. That's what I do now.
Now, it's not new for us to see prominent politicians have their children towing the line of politics. Do we have any of your children, going the political way? And, if yes, are you encouraging them or discouraging them?
Well, at least I have one or two who have shown interest, but certainly it has to be controlled, especially when you consider what I have been doing over the years, and especially what I'm doing now, because if you open the door too much for them, certainly they will learn, but along the line they may make some serious mistakes that at the end of the day, they can affect you and affect your job. That is why we do it, they do it with caution. And I think that's the best way to do it. That's why it's very difficult to remember any of my family member in this game. But many of them have shown interest. I have brothers who are very much interested in politics. And that is it.